Hare Krishna. We'll sing Jai Radha Madhav. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajan Ranjana Yasho Yamuna Tira Vanachari Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Thank you, Prabhu. That was beautiful. Thank you. Definitely. It's all Krishna's grace and power he has vested in his holy names. Hare Krishna. Today we'll be reading from text 49 of the 11th chapter titled Universal Form from Bhagavad Gita as it is by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Mate vyatama cha vimudha bhavo drishtva rupam goramidrin mamedam vyapeta bhi pritamanah punastvam tadeva me rupamidam prapashya. Word to word translation. Ma, let it not be. Te, unto you. Vyata, trouble. Ma, let it not be. Cha, also. Vimuda bhavaha, bewilderment. Drishtva, by seeing. Rupam, form. Ghoram, horrible. Idrik, as it is. Mama, my. Idam, this. Vyapeta bihi, free from all fear. Prita manaha, pleased in mind. Punaha, again. Tvam, you. Tat, that. Eva, thus. Me, my. Rupam, form. Idam, this. Prapashya, just see. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. You have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. Purport. In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was worried about killing Bhishma and Drona, his worshipful grandfather and master. But Krishna said that he need not be afraid of killing his grandfather. When the sons of Dhritarashtra tried to disrobe Draupadi in the assembly of the Kurus, Bhishma and Drona were silent, and for such negligence of duty, they should be killed. Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna just to show him that these people were already killed for their unlawful action. That scene was shown to Arjuna because devotees are always peaceful and they cannot perform such horrible actions. The purpose of the revelation of the universal form was shown. Now Arjuna wanted to see the four-armed form and Krishna showed him. A devotee is not much interested in the universal form, for it does not enable one to reciprocate loving feelings. Either a devotee wants to offer his respectful, worshipful feelings, or he wants to see the two-handed Krishna form so that he can reciprocate in loving service with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Let's offer our Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. We are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. Today's verse is text 49 from chapter 11. Before we go into today's text, I would like to give a small recap of what we have seen so far. In the 10th chapter of the Gita, Krishna is explaining his opulences, his vibhutis, and Arjuna understands all of Krishna's vibhutis theoretically. And then in the 11th chapter, Krishna is showing his universal form and proving to Arjuna practically that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Arjuna's illusions are blown away. Arjuna becomes disillusioned. And then Krishna's universal form is being described until verse 35, where we see a lot of wonderful things, a lot of terrible things, a lot of fearful things. Arjuna himself becomes very fearful, and then he starts offering prayers to the universal form of the Lord from verse 36. With folded hands and trembling voice, Arjuna starts offering prayers to Krishna. These are beautiful verses. From verse 36 to verse 46, Arjuna offers wonderful prayers. And also, Arjuna offers apologies to Krishna. Arjuna has treated Krishna as a very close friend, right? In one of the verses in the prayers, Arjuna apologizes, "Oh Krishna, I'm really sorry. I have called you by your name, oh Krishna, oh Yadava, and we have jested many times. I have made fun of you. We have eaten from the same plate. We have slept in the same bed. And I have done all this without knowing that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead." Right? So Arjuna apologizes for all his behavior. And then after his prayers are done, Krishna starts talking. And then Krishna says, "This universal form of mine is very, very difficult to behold. Nobody in this material world has ever seen this form." Right? This is the first time Krishna is exhibiting his Virat Roop, universal form, in this material world. And why is he doing this? For a couple of reasons. The first reason is that he has already given all his vibhutis theoretically, and he wants to prove it practically for the people of Kali Yuga. So if any bogus babas or godmen show up in Kali Yuga proclaiming to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then we can ask a very simple question. Hare Krishna, can you please show your universal form? And if they are not able to do it, then they are not the Supreme Personality. Hare Krishna, welcome. Darshan will open at 8 o'clock. So is this your first time to Kalachandji? Second time? Oh, welcome. Welcome again. Yeah, the deities are being dressed in their night dress, and then Darshan will open at 8 o'clock. We are having a small class on the Bhagavad Gita. So you're welcome to please. Yeah. We are reading from the 11th chapter today, and then we are discussing text 49. But I was giving a small recap of what has been happening. And then Krishna has already finished showing his universal form, and Arjuna has offered prayers, and then now Krishna is speaking again. And then Krishna is saying that nobody in this material world has ever seen his universal form before. He is showing his universal form for the first time ever in this material world. And then Krishna is saying in another verse that this universal form cannot be seen by anyone by studying the Vedas, by performing sacrifices, by performing charitable acts, being pious. None of these can lead to seeing the Supreme Personality's universal form. Right? The only way to see Krishna's universal form is if Krishna decides to show it. Right? And then in today's verse, we see Krishna is saying this. Arjuna, you have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. Right? Why is Krishna saying that this is a horrible feature of his, right? Because Arjuna was so fearful after seeing this form, because although it was unimaginable in scale and and magnificent and powerful, it was also very fearsome, right? So he had these thousands and thousands of mouths, and fire was emanating from all these mouths, and all the millions and millions of warriors on the Kurukshetra were seen to be going into this fiery mouth and getting stuck in the many teeth of the universal form of the Lord, right? So, seeing all this, Arjuna is very fearful. But Krishna has already said in a previous verse that don't worry, Arjuna. Why did Bhagavad Gita start, right? Arjuna was feeling very bad. He saw all his relatives assembled on the other side. His grandfather, Bhishma, his teacher, since he was being a little kid, Dronacharya, all his cousins, everyone was lined up against him, and he was feeling really sad, thinking that I have to kill all of these people in battlefield. He was thinking, let them have the kingdom. I don't want anything, right? He dropped his bow, and then he became very forlorn. And then that is how this whole Bhagavad Gita starts. And then Krishna says in this chapter, in a previous verse, don't worry, Arjuna. All these people that you see assembled before you, except for you, Pandavas, all of them are already dead. Don't think that you are the one who's killing them. I've already killed them. You're just being used as a tool to make it a reality, right? So Krishna says, Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachi. So Krishna is just using Arjuna as a tool to bring about this destruction, right? Because Bhuma Devi had gone to Krishna and had prayed to him, "Oh Krishna, there's so many kings and warriors who have strayed from the path of Dharma. These have all become demon kings and warriors, and I'm not able to take the weight of all these demon warriors," right? So that is one of the reasons for the Kurukshetra taking place. So Arjuna has already seen Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Jayadratha, all these warriors are already dead. They have all been taken into the fiery mouths of the universal form. So Krishna is reiterating that, don't worry. Don't worry that you have to kill Bhishma. Don't worry that you have to kill Drona. I've already killed them. You just have to pull the arrow and shoot it, right? And then Prabhupada writes in the purport, why should Bhishma and Drona be killed, right? So it is true that they are fighting on the opposite side of the battlefield, but also from the standpoint of Dharma, they did not intervene when Draupadi was being disrobed in the assembly, right? So these are the patriarchs of the family. Bhishma Dev he's the grandfather of the Pandavas, right? So when Draupadi, the family's daughter-in-law, was being disrobed, Bhishma Dev should have ideally stepped in and stopped the Kauravas from doing it, but he did not do it. So Prabhupada is saying that Krishna thought, oh, these people are fit to be killed, right? Not only because they were fighting on the side of Duryodhana, but also because they did not intervene when Draupadi was being disrobed. A hidden meaning behind this is that the bull, the Dharma bull, has 4 legs, right? What are these 4 legs? Truthfulness, mercy, cleanliness, and then austerity. And then we have 4 yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. So in the Satya Yuga, all 4 legs of the bull were present, right? Austerity was there, mercy was there, cleanliness was there, truthfulness was there. So the given Yuga Dharma for Satya Yuga was meditation, because people were able to perform that without losing all these 4 qualities, right? And then as Satya Yuga kept deteriorating, austerity went away. So in Treta Yuga, there were only 3 things, right? Mercy, cleanliness, and truthfulness. So the Yuga Dharma for Treta Yuga was fire sacrifices, right? Ashwamedha Yajna and all these yajnas you could do. Because there was mercy, where you could see that even if an animal was being sacrificed in the fire, it is said that as soon as the animal is being sacrificed into the fire, it came out as an Atma and got the form of a human being. right? So it was seen as a mercy. Uh, and then cleanliness and truthfulness were also present. But as Treta Yuga kept deteriorating and Dwapara Yuga started, mercy is also gone. So that is one of the reasons where we see that in Kali Yuga, in Dwapara Yuga, especially in this scene where Draupadi is being disrobed, it is at the end of Dwapara Yuga, and mercy as well as cleanliness is almost gone, right? And now we are in Kali Yuga. There's no austerity, there's no mercy, and cleanliness is really, really low. It's almost gone. The only thing remaining is truthfulness to a certain degree, because we are just at the beginning of Kali Yuga. It's only been 5,000 years since the disappearance of Krishna and the advent of Kali Yuga. And our scriptures say that Kali Yuga is 432,000 years long, and we have only crossed 5,000 years. So at the end of Kali Yuga, there won't be any truthfulness. I mean, we already are seeing some glimpses of it. None of the politicians are true. None of the government workers are true to what they do. Most of the people who we associate with are not true to who they really are. They are not true to us. There's a lot of betrayals and lies, and we already see that truthfulness is also starting to deteriorate. And at the end of Kali Yuga, truthfulness will be totally gone, and then Krishna will come as Kalki and cleanse the whole Bhuloka, with only a few people remaining who have all these four qualities in some measure, and then Satya Yuga will start again. So that is also one of the reasons why Bhishma and Drona and all these people did not intervene. They lost the quality of mercy, right? And then Prabhupada writes in this purport that Krishna is showing this universal form to Arjuna, and he's assuring him, don't worry, Arjuna, you don't have to think that you are doing something unforgivable, right? Like killing your own relatives, because I've already killed them. So this is a wonderful quality of devotees. They do not like harming other people. They do not like doing terrible things, even though they might be in the quest for dharma, right? So Arjuna, although he's a celebrated warrior, first and foremost, he's a very nice devotee. So he does not like these unnecessary killings, right? And we can see this as a very beautiful example in Kali Yuga. So if you have been here, and if you see on the left side of the altar, we have the deities of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So these are the avatars of Krishna and Balaram in the Kali Yuga. So the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga, like we saw, the Yuga Dharma for Satya Yuga was meditation. The Yuga Dharma for Treta Yuga was fire sacrifices. The Yuga Dharma for Dwapara Yuga was deity worship. And the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga is Harinam Sankirtan. Right? As we keep going in Kali Yuga, doing deity worship will become more and more difficult. So to make the process really easy for the Yuga Dharma, Krishna has given Harinam Sankirtan as the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga. It's very simple. You just have to sing the names of Krishna either in Sankirtan, where we all sing together in bhajans, kirtans, or you can do japa, right? You just have to sing or say the names of Krishna. Very simple. There's no rules, there's no regulations, there's no time, there's no place, there's no circumstance where you are allowed to or disallowed to chant his names. You can say Krishna's names anywhere you want, at any time, in any state. There are no qualifications. There is no requirement that you have to be a man, that you have to be a woman, that you have to be a child. There is no requirement, right? You don't have to be a Brahmin, you don't have to be a Indian, you don't have to be an American. There are no restrictions. Anybody and everybody can chant the holy names of the Lord. So that is the Yuga Dharma, and to establish this Yuga Dharma of Harinam Sankirtan, Krishna and Balaram appeared as devotees in the form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. And we can see that Nityananda Prabhu was so merciful and so kind in this Leela of Jagai and Madai. So if you go outside, we have all these dioramas, and in one of these dioramas, you will see that there are these uh, two people called Jagai and Madai. So this is happening in West Bengal, and these were really, really horrible people. So they used to be good people, born in a very decent family. They were brought up very nicely, but somehow they lost their way, and they started drinking and stealing, and they used to rob people and take their money, and then drink with it, right? And they did not care who they hurt. So Nityananda Prabhu is especially very merciful in Kali Yuga. He wants to give the name of Krishna to anyone and everyone, right? Like I said, there are no qualifications. So Nityananda Prabhu was walking down this forest road, and Jagai and Madai jumps in front of them, and then they start threatening him, "Give me everything you have, or we'll break your head." Right? And Nityananda Prabhu did not have anything on him, right? And these people were drunk and angry, and Nityananda Prabhu said, "I don't have anything on me, but I have this one very valuable thing that I can give to you. You can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And this is the most valuable thing in the whole world, and I'm freely giving this to you," right? And then these people, not understanding the value of the holy name, think that Nityananda Prabhu is taunting them by not having anything and giving anything, and they have this pot and they break this pot on Nityananda Prabhu's head, right? Imagine this is the same Nityananda Prabhu who is Lord Balaram. In Dwapar Yuga, when Balaram was present, Balaram, there was a big lecture going on, given by one of his disciples named Romaharshana, right? So Romaharshana is sitting on a Vyasasana like this, and he's talking about Puranas, and he's giving a class like this in front of a lot of rishis, right? And Balaram walks into this assembly. Romaharshana, Balaram being his spiritual master and the Supreme Personality, he should have at least acknowledged that Balaram is here. If not getting down and paying obeisances, he should have at least acknowledged that Balaram is here. But he did not do so. He became a little bit egoistic, thinking that he's sitting in front of this huge audience and he's giving class, and this is more important, right? So he did not acknowledge Balram, and Balram got really angry, right? So Balram took a small piece of grass from the floor, from the ground, and killed Romaharshana with that blade of grass. The same Balaram, who's so powerful, when he appeared as Nityananda in Kali Yuga, even though a pot was broken on the head, did not react in any way. He was just smiling. And then people ran and told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that these Jagai and Madai broke this pot on Nityananda Prabhu's head. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became really angry. So he came and he was about to kill these two people with a Sudarshan Chakra, right? But Nityananda Prabhu said, "No, Mahaprabhu, please don't kill them," right? Because when this one brother was trying to break the pot on Nityananda Prabhu's head, the other brother tried to stop him. "Please don't do it," right? It's too much. So Nityananda Prabhu saw this small quality of goodness in this brother and thought they were salvageable, right? So he pleaded to Mahaprabhu, "Please don't kill these people. Show them your mercy." Right? So this is the quality of a really wonderful devotee. They don't like bad things happening even to horrible people. They are always the well-wishers of even the worst kind of humans, right? So Arjuna was one such devotee, and that is why Krishna is showing the universal form and assuring him that don't worry, you're just a tool that I'm using, so don't worry about it, right? And then Arjuna doesn't like seeing the universal form of the Lord, because Prabhupada writes in the purport that with the universal form, there is no relationship that you can have, right? There's like thousands and thousands and innumerable limbs, innumerable mouths, which is fiery and magnificent and horrible, and you can see all the universes in this universal form. You can see all the demigods, and it's magnificent to behold, but you cannot have a relationship with that form, right? So Prabhupada is writing that devotees do not like the Virat Roop because they cannot have a relationship with this form of the Lord. So Arjuna is requesting Krishna, "Oh Krishna, thank you for showing me this universal form, but I don't like this. Can you come back to your original two-handed form? But before you come back to your original two-handed form, I would like to see your beautiful four-handed Vishnu form." Right? So Arjuna is requesting that. And then Krishna is promising, "With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire." And then in the next verses, Arjuna comes back down from his universal form, shows the four-handed form to Arjuna, and then goes back to his original two-handed form. And then Prabhupada writes here, either a devotee wants to offer his respectful, worshipful feelings, or he wants to see the two-handed Krishna form so that he can reciprocate in loving service with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We see this in multiple ways, right? So there are 5 ways in which you can exchange loving relationship with Krishna. The first is called Shantaras, right? Shantaras means from a place of neutrality, like trees in Vrindavan, right? The trees in Vrindavan cannot positively offer any service, but they are neutrally offering service. Krishna is taking whatever fruits he wants from the trees. The trees are offering all kinds of fruits, vegetables, shade, right? So that is Shantaras. The second one is called Dasyaras, right? Dasyaras means offering loving exchanges to the Lord in the mood of a servant, right? Like Hanuman. Hanuman was in Dasyaras with Lord Ram, right? And then the third one is called Sakyaras, which is offering loving relations to the Lord in the mood of friendship, which Arjuna has been doing all his life, right? So that is the relationship that Arjuna wants to go back to. He doesn't want to be in this in any other kind of relationship. He wants Krishna to be his friend, right? Whom he can jest around with, who he says we have eaten from the same plate, right? And we have playfully teased each other, and that is the kind of relationship that I want. So please come back to your two-handed form so we can continue that. That is the one that I like, right? And then the fourth kind of rasa is called Vatsalya ras, means exchanging loving relationship with Krishna in the mood of parental love, right? Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj are having this relationship with Krishna. Krishna was a small boy, and he eats mud, and all his friends are running to Yashoda Maya and complaining to her, "Maya, Krishna is eating mud. Please come. Please stop him." Right? And then Yashoda Maya runs and she asks Krishna, "Krishna, did you eat mud?" And Krishna says, "No, Maya. All these kids are lying." So Yashoda Maya says, "Open your mouth now." And Krishna opens his mouth and shows the entire universe in his mouth, right? Yashoda Maya sees this and understands for a quick second that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? But Yashoda Maya doesn't want to be in this relationship of bewilderment and in this mood of subservience, right? She wants to be in the mood of motherly love with Krishna. And Krishna also wants to exchange this motherly feeling with Yashoda Maya. So through Yoga Maya, Krishna makes Yashoda Maya forget what she saw, right? So these are the 5 kinds of exchanges that we see, and devotees always like Krishna in the two-handed form, because only in the Krishna form can he exchange all these 5 rasas in the same form, right? You cannot have Vatsalya ras or Madhurya ras, the last one is called Madhurya ras, or exchanging feelings of conjugal love. All the gopis of Vrindavan are in this mood of loving relationship with Krishna. So the gopis have only one thing in their mind, Krishna, and the well-being of Krishna. So I just want to finish by saying this wonderful pastime. So Krishna has already left Vrindavan and he's in Dwaraka, right? And Narada Muni comes to visit Krishna in Dwaraka, and Narada Muni asks Krishna, "Oh Krishna, who is your most devoted devotee? Right? Who is the best among all of your devotees?" Right? And then Krishna says, "Okay, let's have a test, and you can figure it out for yourself." And Krishna says, "Go tell everyone that you see that I'm having a headache, a horrible headache, and the only remedy for this headache is dust from their feet." Right? And then Narada Muni is perturbed. Who's going to uh, give the dust of their feet to put it on Krishna's forehead, right? Uh, and then Krishna says, "Tell them that if they give the dust of their feet, they would go to hell, because that feet is going to go on my forehead, and if they give that, then they will go to hell." Right? So Narada Muni starts going. First, he starts asking all the devotees in Dwaraka, "Hare Krishna, Krishna has a horrible headache. Can you please give the dust of your feet? That is the only remedy. But if you give that, Krishna's headache will go away, but you all will go to hell," right? And then everybody is taken aback, and nobody is willing to immediately give that. And then Narada Muni comes and reports back, "Oh Krishna, nobody in Dwaraka is willing to do that." And then Krishna says, "Okay, now go to Vrindavan and ask the gopis." Right? And then Narada Muni reaches Vrindavan, and then all the gopis come and inquire about Krishna to him. "Oh Narada Muni, how is Krishna doing? What is Krishna doing? Is he being happy in Vrindavan, happy in Dwaraka?" And then Narada Muni says the same thing. "Krishna has a horrible headache, and the only cure is dust from your feet. But if you give that, you all will go to hell. But Krishna will get cured immediately," right? And then all the gopis immediately take all the dust from their feet, put it in a bag, and give it to Narada Muni. And say, "Go immediately, don't even waste a second. Go immediately, put this on Krishna's forehead and relieve his headache," right? Then Narada Muni asks, "But are you willing to go to hell just to relieve Krishna of his headache?" And all the gopis unanimously say, "Oh, what is hell for us? Being separated from Krishna and thinking that we are unable to do anything to relieve his headache is a much worse hell than actually going to hell." Right? And then Narada Muni really understands who the best among the devotees are. Right? The gopis of Vrindavana are the best of the devotees. And this is the kind of relationship that the gopis are in with Krishna. They are in the mood of conjugal love, and Krishna reciprocates that way. Right? None of the other forms of the Lord can reciprocate all the rasas. Right? So with Lord Ram, you cannot have the conjugal rasa. He is ekapatni vrata. He only shares the conjugal rasa with Sita Maya. Right? And you can be in the dasya ras with him. You cannot have any of the other rasas with Narsimhadev. You cannot have any of the other rasas with Kurmadev, Varahadev. Any of the other forms of the Lord, you cannot have all the 5 rasas. But Krishna is the only form of the Lord, this two-handed, beautiful Shyam Sundar form, who's playing this flute in Vrindavana and enchanting the minds of all the gopas and gopis there. That is the only form of the Lord where you can have any of these 5 kinds of rasas. If you want Krishna to be your friend, Krishna will be your friend. If you want Krishna to be your child, Krishna will be your child. If you want Krishna to be your lover, Krishna will be your lover. Right? If you want to serve Krishna as a humble servant, you can do that too. So you can have all these rasas with Krishna in a beautiful two-handed Shyam Sundar form. Okay, with that, we can end. Anybody has any questions, comments, corrections? Okay, no questions, no comments. Thank you very much. We'll have, for the people who just came in, anybody here for the first time? No first timers? Okay. Welcome again to Shri Radha Kala Chanji Dham. Darshan will open again at 8 o'clock. We'll have some kirtan until then, and then you can take the night darshan of the deities, Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji. Hare Krishna.
Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya.
Hare Krishna. We'll have some Hare Krishna Kirtan now, call and response. So, yeah.
Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare